It's June 4th, and the strange side of history awaits. Today, we have an invention trapped behind a wall, a baseball promotion spiraling into mayhem, and a device that changed shopping forever. Let's begin. On June 4th, 1896, in the early hours, a strange sound came from a brick shed behind a home in Detroit. Inside, 32-year-old Henry Ford stood beside a machine that he had built by hand. It was not elegant. It had 4 bicycle wheels, a light metal frame, and a small 2-cylinder engine, but to Ford, it was the future. There was only one problem. The machine wouldn't fit through the door. After all the planning, all the late nights, and all the noise, Ford realized that the finished quadricycle was too wide to leave the shed he had created it in. So he picked up an axe and began hacking away at the door, breaking apart the wood frame and bricks until the opening was wide enough. He then rolled the 500-pound machine into the alley. Moments later, the strange vehicle coughed to life and rattled through the empty Detroit streets, reaching nearly 20 miles per hour. It had no reverse, no proper brakes, and no guarantee it would make it home. But from that broken shed, the Ford age began. Interesting to know that the first Ford didn't roll out of the factory, it escaped through a wall. On June 4th, 1974, a baseball stadium in Cleveland became something much darker than a game. The idea sounded harmless: bring in more fans by selling beer for just 10 cents a cup. But as night fell over Cleveland Stadium, more than 25,000 people poured inside, and the cheap beer kept flowing. Fans shouted from the upper deck, firecrackers cracked through the air, and smoke drifted across the field. People began running into the grass as if the rules of the stadium no longer existed, and the players kept trying to play. By the 9th inning, Cleveland had tied the game, and the crowd was no longer just watching. They were waiting for something to break. Then, a fan ran onto the field and tried to steal a Texas player's cap. In seconds, panic spread. The Rangers thought their teammate was being attacked. Players rushed out with bats, then hundreds of fans stormed the field. The 2 baseball teams suddenly had to protect each other from the crowd. Chairs, bottles, food, and pieces of the stadium flew through the air. Players fought their way back to safety as police rushed in. The game was forfeited to Texas, and 10-cent beer went down as one of the most chaotic promotions in sports history. It's all fun and games until the players need bats for protection. On June 4th, 1937, in the middle of the Great Depression, a strange new object appeared inside a grocery store in Oklahoma. It had wheels, metal baskets, and a quiet promise that people would buy more than they ever meant to. The inventor, Sylvan Goldman, a grocer who had noticed something simple but powerful. The moment the shopper's basket became too heavy, they stopped shopping. So one late night, Goldman built a solution from ordinary things: a folding chair, platform, 2 baskets, and 4 wheels. He called it a shopping cart, but when customers first saw it, they refused. Men thought pushing it made them look weak. Women thought it was too much like a baby stroller. So Goldman tried something stranger. He hired attractive men and women to push carts through his store as if everyone was already doing it. And the trick worked. What began as a rejected metal frame became one of the most quietly powerful inventions in retail history. All so the store could sell more. The shopping cart seems boring now, but at first, people were too embarrassed to use it. Another day, another strange bite from history. Like, comment, and subscribe. Your next eerie dose is just a day away.